Let's start with his normal attacks, which almost every normal attack he has, he uses a shadow.
If you're gonna use it, you might as well use it.
Right,
I mean,
they are a true tag team.
Ooh.
Check out his throw. I love that little third strike. I like even his little punches.
Can you do a sweep again?
Absolutely.
Bam.
Is it necessary?
It's so good.
Really good sweep. Really good. I mean, the uppercut just covers all the airspace you need.
And so a couple moves I wanted to go over was his forward one, which is a pretty decent advancing mid. It's pretty quick. He has different variations from it. Wanted to go over his back three, which is a low. You can combo into moves. And then lastly, his forward three, which is a pretty quick overhead that splats them down, so you can mix it up.
And even if you just notice, like, his shadow in comparison to normal roster shadows are not the same, right? Like, it's kind of like this little mystic.
Get a good look at it because it's going to be gameplay relevant. It's
What?
not just badass looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go over his special moves because it is extensive. Off the top of my head, I think he may have the biggest list of special moves in the game.
Maybe up there with, like, Garrus, maybe.
Probably.
Those, yeah.
So let's start off with the classic. One of the first special moves he ever had is his teleport slam. Teleports in, drops them. He can do it in the air. The EX version will pop them up through a portal. This is a great anti-zoning move, a great mobility tool. You can jump back and do it. You can jump forward. Catch you by surprise very quick. It's pretty much exactly as it's been for 30 years.
It's what you expect out of Noob.
Never,
You
Exactly.
move, I gotcha.
That move
Yep.
never tilted me ever.
No, God.
Then let's go over arguably his second most iconic move, the Ghost Ball.
Ooh.
And this is a projectile that's changed many times in the life of MK, and I think this might be the coolest version yet. So, the Ghost Ball is pretty slow, but if it hits or they block it, they get this green chaotic effect on them. And this primes him to detonate it, which is a pop-up. So, once he's got it on, you can see it last quite a bit of time. At any moment, he can detonate it and then get a full combo.
Very cool.
And remember, that's on hit or block that they get primed. He also has an EX version, where once you do it, the clone starts summoning it.
Oh, that sneaky clone.
Noob is free to move around, and then any time you can let it go. And remember, on block, so Noob could be doing block strings, setups, knockdowns, stuff like that, and the clone is waiting to do it.
And you'll notice the aura lasts a while.
It does last quite a while. Another alternative thing of this is there's an EX version of the detonate that you can cancel as soon as the regular Ghost Ball hits. So he can immediately use it almost like a pop-up projectile. That does take 2 bars, so it's, you know, pretty expensive to use, but it can be pretty effective for your combos. The next move I want to show is a classic, probably like one of the classic MK9 moves, his portal. It goes up, it comes down, it combos. You have a close, medium, and far version.
Keep him guessing.
And yeah, you got to keep them guessing. And when you have slower projectiles like Noob Saibot, one of the things the opponent's going to want to do is their projectiles, which is going to be dangerous because of the move we showed at the beginning, the teleport.
He gonna grab you. He gonna grab you.
Now, what was another iconic move from previous games like MK9? The
Slide.
running man.
Oh, running man.
And there you go, it's back. He does a ninja run, throws them down with that tackle, and the EX version pops them up. Classic ninja pop-up. Then, you're about to say it, the slide. Now here's something really neat. Some of his moves, when he uses the clone will go away because it has to return. Look at his shadow. Get a good look at there. When you do the slide, the shadow's actually gone, and when it comes back, that's when it's fully loaded.
Oh.
Now, some of these moves, if you don't have the clone, will actually change.
Oh.
Without the clone, he does a classic Sub-Zero-like slide.
So you can do a slide after a slide?
Exactly.
What?
Since his buddy's not there, his pal's tagged out.
Oh, that's cool.
Now you're putting yourself closer to them. You're not.
Yes.
Because the regular, the Noob Saibot slide is almost like it's like a projectile.
Right.
Exactly. Let's go over a couple other moves because he has even more like pop-ups and moves. These are the kind of zoning moves. We'll go over some of the up-close moves.
Great.
Down back 3 is this ninja kick where they work together. EX version pops them up even better, and he can get a combo. And then he has down back 4, which is the opposite, a low kick, it'll trip them. The EX is his armor. So his armor, he's not gonna get like a full combo. It's not like the best reward in the world, but you're never gonna complain about having a good armor.
No, nobody complains about that.
And that's all of his grounded moves. What about the air?
What about the air?
Well, there's
the suspense.
a lot more because he has multiple different dive kicks. So let's start. He has an air dive kick where he sends out his clone, and you can see this has a decent amount of cooldown. This is another one where, on cooldown, he himself will do a dive kick. He also has a straight dive kick that goes straight across the screen. He can do it after jump kicks. He can do it as a preemptive anti-air. And then he has a downward trajectory dive kick. And if you EX it, they are staggered for a full combo.
Don't tell me there's more.
There is a major new mechanic that I think really separates this noob from other iterations.
Kind of my favorite thing, actually.
So let's go over Embrace Chaos. Once per match, you may have noticed he has this severed hand on his hip. It's very crazy and chaotic, a severed hand.
Why?
Once per match, he can bring it out, destroy it, yell Embrace Chaos, and now he gains access to a brand new special move. It's a low-hitting, homing projectile that pops the opponent up. Oh, yeah, see, I now can't do it.
Yeah, because you did it
per
once,
match.
right?
You have a certain amount of time. Yeah.
Yes. So he gains access to that move, and that's a tracking move. It's not close, medium, and far. And then all of his shadow special moves gain the ability to throw the opponent into a portal.
That's so
for
cool.
A pop-up. So his slide, regular, non-EX, becomes a pop-up. All of his dive kick moves become a pop-up. All those shadow moves now become pop-ups. So he has easily the largest amount of comboable starter moves in the game.
Including his throw, obviously. Could
Right. But
Mind blown.
the shadow is not coming back.
What?
For the rest of that round, all of his shadow attacks are disabled. So back forward 4 is only just now the regular slide.
Little risk
So you're
reward.
looking at it as a nuclear option.
Yes, the rest, this string, he can no longer finish it. He has to do a shorter version. Look at his uppercut. It's a standard uppercut.
You think you can finish the round? You better.
Look at his sweep. It's just a regular sweep. So to be clear again, once per game, you can use it. It works for that round, and once the timer is done, for the rest of the round, he will not have access to his clone.
But there will be some monster combos that you can get off
Right.
during that 10 or 12 seconds.
So essentially, once per match, you decide to become kind of the combo master in the game with the most amount of options and access to this very, very strong, screw your neutral, I do what I want move. But the price you pay, if it doesn't work, if you don't win, is you're spending the rest of that round in a significantly weaker, lesser state.
And
not helpless.
most importantly, you no longer have a cool hand on your hip.
That's true, and you've lost your good chum, your buddy, and you're lonely.
Right? Oh my goodness. What else we got?
Well, we have a fatal blow.
Yeah!
And his into the attack that leads into it is also very strong. It's a tracking low, so you want to go into it?
Let's do it. Where do you think they went for that second? Nah, I don't want to think about it.
Oh, that's one of the
That
best bone crushing.
that was
things in
really
the
cool.
game.
That was really cool. I almost kind of want to see it again.
You want to see it again?
I do. I do.
Tyler?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Wait a minute here.
Now, did you catch that?
They didn't go anywhere that time.
Cameo Sector has a special fatal blow into where if you hit the R1 button, he will shoot a rocket, so it becomes a projectile fatal blow attack.
And so that works with everybody because it's
Correct,
cameo.
because it's cameo. It's very similar to Motaro's
Right.
alternate fatal blow into.